Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Poetic Corner. Now, I'm Craig Williams, your host, and first, we're going to start off with a very famous Emily Dickinson poem, A Bird Came Down the Walk. First, I shall read it to you. A bird came down the walk, he did not know I saw. He bit an angleworm in halves, and ate the fellow raw. And then he drank a dew from a convenient grass, and then hopped sideways to the wall to let a beetle pass. He glanced with rapid eyes that hurried all abroad. They looked like frightened beads, I thought. He stared in his velvet head. Like one in danger, cautious, I offered him a crumb, and he unrolled his feathers and rode him softer home. Then oars divide the ocean, to silver for a seam, or butterflies off banks of noon leap splashless as they swim. This is a very intriguing poem, and let's start off by salting it. Salting is a very common technique used in many high school English classes, and SALT stands for the S stands for structure, the A stands for attitude, the L stands for literature, and the T stands for theme. So first, let's dive right into this magnificent poem with our structure. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 5 stanzas. That's something to note. And I was noticing something. It seems as if we have the A, B, C, B rhyme scheme going on here, and I thought that was quite intriguing. I also believe that I noticed that they all seem to have like end in the same. Let's just go ahead and count these syllables. A bird came down the walk. Okay. He did not know I saw. Oh, okay. Those both have the same. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep on reading through this, and I think it's safe to come to a conclusion that this is, in fact, iambic trimeter. Yes. This also does have a rhyme scheme, although I already talked about that. Now, let's move on to attitude. It seems as if Emily Dickinson was actually seeing this bird herself, so I would say that this attitude is descriptive, detailed, and explains a specific event. She I feel like she wanted to help the little bird. She wanted to give it some crumbs, give it some food. But come to find out, the bird just left, just like normal nature does when they see a human being. So, now with that set in place, let's move on to the literature part of the poem. Now I noticed down around this area, there was some imagery going on. And specifically the last stanza, as in where it says, then oars divide the ocean to silver for a seam, or butterflies off banks of noon leap splashless as they swim. And that stuck out to me because it seems as if they're talking about butterflies and using butterflies as swimming, and she kind of to me she depicts it as making something that flies beautiful. That's what her poetry does in this poem. She's depicting it as something that is magnificent, something that is a work of nature and straight from God Himself. And now there's also definitely some rhyme. Some rhyme was going on here. Other than that, there's not too many other literature aspects of this poem. Now I will move on to theme. I strongly believe that one of the many themes of this one poem is that things come and go fast, and us as people, we don't have time to, or we don't have time to grasp it. We don't have time to tame the wild nature that happens and goes on here. Um, for example, the second stanza where it said, "Like one in danger, cautious, I offered him a crumb." So Emily Dickinson is offering a crumb, and he unrolled his feathers and rode himself to home. Before she was even able to hand the crumb to the bird, nature took over in its effect, and the bird just knew instantly, just to, I'm gone. And that's something to note here, that things come and go as they please. Some things aren't in our control. Some things aren't what we can do, but we still live life. And that is the Poetic Corner. C.J. Williams signing out. Thank you.